Hello, everyone. It's me, Billy Younger again. We have another physics problem for you to solve. In this case, I'm going to be solving what is 39.4 degrees Celsius in degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll be using the pedagogically preferred method. In other words, I'm not going to be blindly applying a formula. I'm not just going to look it up on the table. I am, in fact, going to do something where we sort of make sense of the two temperature systems, specifically the fact that boiling point and freezing point in the Celsius scale differ by 100 Celsius degrees. Notice I said Celsius degrees, and boiling point and freezing point differ by 180 Fahrenheit degrees, again, Fahrenheit degrees as opposed to degrees Fahrenheit, to make sense of what the actual temperature is. So in order to do that, let me start by sharing my iPad screen. And I've now turned on screen mirroring on my iPad, and the computer is rapidly trying to connect. So now that we have the problem written out, first thing I'm going to do is do step one, which is how far is this from, in this case, I'm obviously closer to freezing, which is 0 Celsius, than I am to boiling. So I'm going to use that one. This from freezing of water. And the way I do that is I take 39.4 degrees Celsius and I subtract from it 0.0 degrees Celsius. And since that's a subtraction in temperature, my sort of note-taking marked measurement system requires that I write the subtraction as 39.4 Celsius degrees. Again, I've just discovered over time that it helps a lot when I use that little device of putting the degrees after Celsius after I subtract one. Now that I have the distance from freezing in the Celsius scale, I need to know how far that is from freezing in the Fahrenheit. So how far from freezing is that in Fahrenheit degrees? So now we're going to use that delta T over delta T fraction that we set up that comes basically from realizing the difference in temperature from freezing to boiling. For Fahrenheit is 180. In other words, 212 minus 32 is 180. And in Celsius is 100. So I'm going to take my 39.4 Celsius degrees. I'm going to put it over 1 because I am doing a unit conversion, which involves fractions. And it seems to me that students find this make a few less mistakes if I write everything out in fractions beforehand so that they can, work with their rusty skills on fractions. But anyways, here's 39.4 degrees Celsius. Now I know that every Celsius degree results in 1.8 degree change in Fahrenheit. So I could use 1 and 1.8, 1 and 1.8, but I'm going to use 10 Celsius degrees and 18 Fahrenheit degrees. I can see now that the Celsius cancels out with the Celsius, which is what we wanted. And in fact, I end up getting 39.4 times 18 divided by 10 gives me 70.92. Again, that's one extra sig fig, and that is Fahrenheit degrees. Now, I want to return this. In other words, I know how far in Fahrenheit this temperature, 39.4 Celsius, was. I know how far it was from freezing in Celsius. Now I know how far it was from freezing in Fahrenheit. So I want to say, what is this new temperature? So what is this temperature in degrees Fahrenheit? And all I have here is 70.92 degrees above freezing. And I mean freezing, of course, of water. So all I have to do is take that 70.92, again, one extra sig fig degrees Fahrenheit, and add it to the boiling point of, or excuse me, the freezing point of water, which is 32.0 degrees Fahrenheit. And actually, Since I'm sticking to my guns, I should have written this as Fahrenheit degrees. So I'll change that. And then of course we get 100 and 102.9. And that's degrees Fahrenheit. And that is the actual correct temperature. Again, if we wanted to verify this, we could say so if I plugged all this in, what I'm going to do is say that F is equal to 1.8 times 39.4 plus 32, which equals, in fact, 1.8 times 39.4 is 70.92 plus 32, which equals 102.9 degrees Fahrenheit, and that checks. That's it. I hope that helps you. Try a bunch of different temperatures. Try some from the boiling point. Try some from the freezing point, and try big ones. You'll notice, for instance, a good thing to try is the temperature of a human. So our body temperature is supposed to be 98.6. Try converting 98.6 Fahrenheit to Celsius. Try converting, let's say, 50 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit degrees. Anyways, hopefully that helps. That's it. Have a good day. Bye bye.